So today we got some big upgrades coming to the Lexus GX. If you don't know, our Lexus is our overland vehicle. We like to take it to Colorado every year. We like to go off-roading in the mountains. We have a rooftop tent for it. We love to just do outdoorsy stuff with it. And one of the areas that really needed improving was the side steps. The side steps hung really low. They were a liability on the trail. And so today we're going to install rock sliders. But first, since I ordered the rock sliders raw so I could get them quickly, and they only took about a little over 3 weeks, I have to coat them myself. And I found a product called Steel It. It's a stainless steel paint that you can weld through. It's supposed to be super durable, super easy to put on. First thing we gotta do is prep the sliders. We're gonna rough them up, and then we can paint them, and then hopefully we can install them. And hopefully nothing will go wrong. Interesting. Rivets, a drill. I thought this was bolt in. I guess it's a rivet in. Maybe it's for the electronics, I don't know. And then, ooh, stickers. It's not worth it if you don't get stickers, right? And instructions with really dark pictures. Cool. What the rivets are for, these plates. Since I ordered it in bare metal, they ship the plates separately, and that's what the rivets are for. So that's pretty cool. You can't order the sliders in powder coat finish, and I'm gonna guess they mount these afterwards with the pilot holes they already have drilled. But I wanted to go bare metal, and so I guess I have the option of not running these, which is pretty cool because now I have more of a stealthy OEM look. Got a little bit of a problem. Got some little wrinkles, and I'm going to attempt to lightly sand them out and then apply another coat. Ooh. What's up? So it's been a while. It's been a couple months, give or take. Life happens. And yeah, we bought another car. Right there. Got a Bronco. Gonna be doing a video about that, and there's a special engine inside of it. And the reason why we bought it. And we're gonna get it working. And then we got another truck, and that's out front. And we'll do a video about that. That's actually our next project, is getting that truck done. Miata's looking good. And the slider, I got one slider done, and the other slider is still in the box. So today I'm going to prep it and get it ready for paint tomorrow morning. And yeah, then we can install them. Finally, like 2.5 months later. All right, let's go. The driver's side slider is a little bit different. The other slider has another bar that comes out here and connects with the front bar. And I'm guessing is because on the driver's side of the GX, this is where the KDSS module is. So that's interesting. And for reference, there's the passenger side. See, it's got the extra bar, and then the plate goes all the way down. So, by the way, the coating, it is perfect. I mean, it looks like it's been powder coated. So that is awesome. It turned out really good. So now we'll go scuff up the other one. All right, so biggest thing when you're painting this stuff and painting with this stuff is you want to wear a mask, and not just like N95 that you get at the grocery store or everybody's been wearing through, you know what. You want to get one of these. I know it's expensive and I know they're hard to get, but make sure you get one because there is stainless steel particles in the paint, and you don't want to be breathing that in. I know I don't. All right, I don't want to end up on some infomercial in 30 years, okay? You know what I mean. So, don't be stupid, all right? Let's go. All right, good morning, puppies. Say hello. It's the next day. Ooh, look at that. Got more of the, God, got a lot more on this one. And when I sprayed it, it was smooth last night. That is so weird. I did not have this much problem last time. Huh. Maybe it went on too thick? Maybe there's too much humidity? I don't know. I have no idea. So, wow, that sucks. That means I gotta sand it and redo that top area. guys, okay, so we are on day, whatever, 40. Slider looks decent. Look at this haircut. What do you think? A little bit of freedom, huh? A little business in the front, freedom in the back. I'm still working on it. It needs to get longer, but yeah. Okay, so this is a couple hours later. It's looking a lot better. Not 100% better, but a lot better. I'm gonna give it one more coat. And then, yeah. And then if it still doesn't show signs of improvement at that point, I'm just gonna let it be. It's gonna get dirty, it's gonna get stepped on. It's fine. So I'm gonna give it another thick coat, and hopefully it'll fill in all the scratches and all the cracks from the sandpaper. But yeah, it's getting better. It's getting better. Okay, so before we get to the install, I just wanted to talk quickly about paint. Total cans I used on this project, 5 cans. Make sure you order a little bit more than you think you're gonna need. It takes a long time to get from the manufacturer, about a week and a half. So, you know, initially I only ordered 2 cans, and then I ran out, and then I had to wait a week and a half. By the time the new stuff came in, it was 30 degrees. You can't paint, you can't use that stuff when it's cold. So there was a good 3 weeks where I couldn't do anything because it was too cold. And then by the time it warmed up, we did the Civic swap, other projects got in the way, you know, month and a half goes by, and then you're like, oh, I gotta do the other slider. And so just order a little bit more than you need, and you should be fine. All right guys, so we're outside. We're gonna install the passenger side while we wait on paint for the driver's side. So yeah, this should be fun, laying on our backs for the next couple of hours. So it comes with instructions and a bunch of bolts, and yeah, they don't tell you where the bolts go, so that's gonna be fun, trying to figure all that out. I'm gonna get on the forums right now and see if we can't figure out what to do. The first thing to do is take off the factory side steps. They're basically plastic covers with like little metal steps. As you can see, they are already coming off. I don't know if you can see that back bolt, but and we'll take off the rear. Passenger side install should be fairly straightforward, but the driver's side holds all the stuff for the kit ESS, and as you'll see, there's a bunch of lines in the way, and it's gonna be pretty annoying. Okay, here's one of the brackets. Of course, it's fun to film and try and do this with one hand. It'd probably be easier if I had a cordless impact. There's one. Is there another one? Yeah. There's another one. Okay, nice. Those are out. So I'll do 2 more off camera, and then the fun part is going to be trying to relocate these. I've seen people reuse them. The only problem is they're going to come off with the step, but the wiring will be there. So I think I can try to remove these from this bracket, and then maybe drill them or zip tie them to the bottom, so we can still have some nice puddle lights. Okay, next is these little, they're just 2 trim screws on both doors. I mean, they are just these little rinky-dink things. They're barely holding anything in place. I'm gonna leave that in the car because I think we're going to reuse it because what we're going to end up doing is cutting this top part out and leaving it. And so we're going to need all this stuff again. But should, yep, should. All right, well, that was easy. What's crazy is just how much higher the truck looks now. Like, if I cut this bumper right here, the Lexus is going to look jacked. So that's cool. I'm excited now. The instructions do say to clean. I'm going to get up close and show you, but clean these holes because, you know, obviously those threads have dirt in them. Those threads have dirt in them. These threads have dirt in them. These threads have dirt in them. All right, so I'm going to clean those out real quick, and then before we try to mount these up by myself, which should be, you know, super fun. I have nothing to grab onto now. Oh yeah, look at all that stuff coming out. Let's get some degreaser up in there. Okay. Here we are. I removed all these plastic pieces. I just had to pry a bunch of little clips out, and then I pulled out the wiring harness for the lights underneath, and all you got to do is, each one has 2 bolts. You just take those out and then you just pry it up. This one got damaged a little bit, but it's not going to affect the housing because it's still protecting the light bulb. I'm just going to zip tie them and zip tie all the wires underneath the car, but that's where they were. You just pry them out. They come out pretty simple, and then all we've got to do is make a cut here and make a cut at the very end, and then that'll be the upper trim piece. And then we can install the slider. Let's do it. Well, I watched 2 separate videos, and one video says to cut 2 inches from this seam on the rear, and then this other video says to follow the line. So if you follow the line, it's like right around here. So I'm just gonna cut longer than what I think I need, put it up on the car, and then once I install the slider, I can see what I'll need. But yeah, so on this side, I'm just going to cut them both longer than I think I'll need, and then I can always cut more later. Keep it simple. Alright, that's one side. So yeah, the rear I think looks good. Probably could take a little bit off, I've seen.
I mean, it's so hard to know. I'm just gonna have to see how much I want to stick out. But I think the front definitely has way too much. Like, like that kind of looks stupid to me. Yeah, I would say yeah, like right in here. So yeah. After some more research, it appears that though the front, well, one company says 3.5, the other company says 4. So we're gonna do 4, and then once it's installed, we'll see where we're at.
All right, got the driver's side off pretty easily, and then I started messing about with the getting all the KDSS covers off. There's the front skid plate, there's the middle cover, and then I just loosened everything. But the KDSS, those are the lines right there. It just, there's like a, for you non-Toyota people, it's basically for the sway bars. They adjust, you know, Lexus things, I guess. Well, the Toyotas have them too, but also I am out of water at the shop, so grabbed a beer. That's when you know things are going to get real good. All right, guys, so it's been a couple of days. We took this off-roading, but I wanted to show you guys what it looks like underneath. The bolts go in all the holes where there's threads, and then you got to take off all the plastic grommets that are on the frame, and then you just loosen the brake line. And what I did with all the lights is I zip tied them up underneath, and then I just zip tied all the lines underneath. And yeah, the running lights work good. You just torque all the bolts to 25 foot-pounds and zip tie all your wires up underneath, and there's really no fancy way in getting those up under there. I want to make a bracket for it eventually, but for now, I mean, we took it off-road and they survived, so for now, I think this is what we're going to live with. All right, guys, that's it. Let us know what you think. We're planning a huge trip to Colorado in August. If you can, drop a comment below. Tell us where you'd drop a comment below. Tell us where you'd like to see us go, what you'd like to see us work on. About to work on this 79 F-150 that's sitting in front of me. And yeah, we got a lot more content coming. I'm gonna have a lot more car features coming up in the future. So please comment below. Let me know what you guys like to see, and I'll do more of that. We'll see you.